Yeah, Donald Trump looks, and man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one. But he should be impeached and removed for this one. Wow. And not on some like not on some ridiculous Nancy Pelosi. Of course, the Congress will never do it because they're all a bunch of, corrupt hacks.
This is the one thing they support. This is like
Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned on and everything that he stood for. And I will say, despite the fact that, Donald Trump supporters have been labeled like a cult following, and that certainly is true for a percentage of his supporters, he is going to lose his coalition over this. I don't just speak for myself when I say there are a lot of us who simply will not go along with this. So it's just a devastating mistake.
You're realizing this now? I'm wondering what really broke the camel's back for this gentleman. Literally all written in Project 2025. I guess people can't read no more. I'm sorry, which absolute atrocity is he referring to? There's so many. This is what they voted for, as always. Are you complaining for the same thing that you wanted so badly?
So this is what MAGA Tik Tok looks like right now. These people are in shambles. Take a look.
Nobody wants this war. Anybody who voted for Trump didn't want wars anymore. Donald Trump ignored the Constitution of the United States. He failed to get congressional approval before taking actions against Iran, and he's entered the United States into World War III.
Donald Trump has officially betrayed MAGA. Instead of upholding his promise of staying out of these forever wars,
J.D. Vance, Miriam Adelson, Rubio, all these people are not your friends. Americans will die for Israel because they betrayed our country. And you want to talk about the left. You want to talk about better than Kamala. Shut the fuck up forever.
Genuinely, as a multiple-time Trump voter, I'm disappointed in what we've seen from him this year. Specifically getting us involved again in the Middle East, dropping bombs on Iran.
Now, the algorithm on the account that I was using to scroll and find this is specifically tuned into MAGA. So this is exactly what those who voted for Donald Trump, who log in on this app and start scrolling, are seeing. The party is in shambles. This is a fracture like we've never seen before. This is a 50-50 split of people who are standing up and stating, I regret this. I don't stand by this. This isn't what I voted for. And you know what? To those of you who are keeping to your guns and being like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I said I wasn't going to vote for this. I said I didn't want no wars. And now you're admitting that you might have some regrets. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you for being able to take a stand, especially knowing that the majority of your following is probably, deep in the cold. So thank you for keeping some consistency, I guess. It's just really interesting to see how this will play out the next couple days.
Don't be shocked. You're shocked?
We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promises peace, not war.
Oh, boy.
We are supporting Donald Trump because he promised to end war in the Middle East and Ukraine. The bloodshed has to stop all over the world, and I think this man can make that happen.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Oh my God. I mean, if he could only see 10 months into the future, he would realize what a big mistake this is. So was like, anyone call that guy for an update? He attacked Muslims in his first term. How'd they forget that? They're easily forgetting what happened just not too long ago. Trump has fooled so many people just to get the votes. To be honest with you, they got duped. They were gullible. They were fools. And now look. And now you have another fellow gentleman in the previous video saying impeach him. Impeach him twice? That'll be a crazy run for president. Impeached twice, but was still voted into presidency twice. We live in the dumbest, most predictable timeline of FAFO. Like, do they feel peace now?
You need to leave!
I swear, these comment sections are going to take me to hell. I swear to God.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this.
You should have stopped years ago, but continue.
I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done.
So here we are, in the midst of the consequences of our own actions. Got it. Continue.
This is what I get.
Yes.
This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job. I might have fucked up.
You might have fucked up? No, you 100% fucked up. But the sad thing is The sad and horrible thing is that you only think you fucked up because it's directly affecting you. You don't care about the millions of other people that it's affecting in the United States. This is 100% what you get when you ignore that he's a felon. When you ignore when he said, grab her by the you-know-what. When you ignore that he is liable for sexual assault. When you ignore that he has done scams and he says racist, horrible, homophobic things. This is what you get. Because the racism was there in his language all the time. You could hear him speak his racism every single day, and you chose to ignore it. So yeah, this is what you have to deal with. And it doesn't matter which race we're talking about. Donald Trump only wants white people in this country, and you ignored that. So yeah, you're dealing with it. All my love.
Today's the worst day of my life.
Oh, really?
Today's the day that I turned my truck in.
Why's that?
I went broke. Put it mildly, I just went broke. I turned my truck in. Love my truck. I tried my best.
I don't give up. Is this you? Yeah, that's you.
I said what I said, Joe Biden. Say one good thing about Joe Biden. He'll be dead soon, and then...
May you forever live in this energy that you created for yourself. May you have the day you deserve for the rest of your life.
Damn! People are standing on business when they say they ain't got no sympathy. FAFO, how you feel about Biden now? I don't understand why they are so upset. This is his contribution to making America great again. It's an honor. I like how they put it nice and eloquent. The worst day of your life was the day you voted for Trump. You just did not realize it then, but you do now.
Wow. You don't say.
Hey, I voted for Donald Trump. And really starting to regret my vote because this isn't what I voted for. I voted for a lot more people to go to jail. I voted for a lot more politicians to be stripped of their power and put in prison for the crimes that they've committed against humanity. I voted for the Epstein List to come out. The full list. The full fucking list of every politician, every bureaucrat that had anything to do with those minors.
Right.
Genuinely, as a multiple-time Trump voter, I'm disappointed in what we've seen from him this year. Specifically, getting us involved again in the Middle East, dropping bombs on Iran, apparently on nuclear bases. Obviously not. Okay, it's very clear that this was not in America's best interest. I don't know about you guys, but I don't go about my day thinking, oh no, what's Iran gonna do? Like, when do we ever think about Iran? Are we upset that we can't afford our groceries because of Iran? Are we, is rent $3,000 in Illinois because of Iran? Like, how does this help America in any way, shape, or form? And don't even give me the death to America thing. Translations are much different when you translate from one language to the next. They're saying to hell with America, obviously, because we just funded the death of almost 100,000 of their neighbors. So would you not be saying the same thing if that happened to Canada, and then if Mexico started bombing Canada and then all of a sudden they started bombing us? What would you say? Would you say, yes, I love Mexico? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. This was a massive mistake. We were definitely, this was like the biggest gaslighting ever through the whole Trump campaign in 2024. It was all about us. It was all about Americans. It was all about making the forgotten people seen again and doing what's best for us, helping our pockets, helping our communities. And this is doing the complete opposite. None of us have personal problems with Iran. And yet that's all we've been focused on. I could not be more disappointed.
But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I have made another video over here reacting to MAGA voters here. You can check it out. Leave your comments and let me know what your thoughts are. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.